Hi folks, and welcome to another edition of My Veg Garden. Today is Thursday the 5th of November. As you probably can see, lots of leaves falling, so we're well into autumn now, so I'm just going to give you a quick update on what's happening. There's not much really happening, but I just thought I'd give you a little show what's happening, so follow me. So this is just inside the greenhouse. As you can see, it's just in essence a store. Got a little bit of tidying up to do, but there's nothing growing at all inside here, so I'll take you outside and we can show you what's happening. So you've seen this before. This is where the purple sprouting broccoli and my winter cabbages, as you can see, if I just go down there, they're doing okay, you know, just leave them. They're creating small heads, so we'll see how they do. In here, the purple sprouting broccoli, let me just shake the water off that a bit. So it seems to be doing okay. Under there, sorry, I'm getting attacked by leaves at the moment as they fall off the tree. Yeah, so let me just move a bit further back. Yeah, so the purple sprouting broccoli's in there. I think I probably have managed to escape what some other people had, which were when the weather got really nice a month or two ago, they then all of a sudden sprouted and sort of that was it. Mine have managed to survive. So we'll just leave it over winter, and hopefully this protection I've put on here will help it. Let me show you. You saw the tomatoes were here. They've all been taken off, and I've just sort of trying to do a little bit of a tidy. Strawberries in the gutters, as you can see. You know, that just seems to, hopefully that will help next year. A lot of people said they have. I'll show you, before I show you anything else, let me just show you over here. You can see all the raised beds that are there have now gone. I've left all that mud because I need to try and level it out a bit, because it's got a little bit of a slope that goes, well, let's try and see if we can do this correctly, slightly that way. So the idea is to have left there. You saw we flattened that, but what we'll do is the stuff that's here and round this side and here, we can try and bring that over and flatten it so we can have it, because I don't know if I'd said what's happening here is, I'll probably tell you now. What's happening is at this point here, this fence here, let me just do a finger, this fence here is coming off, including the posts that are there, and sorry, that's there and there. And what we'll do, take the fence off, and then we're going to bring the fence down, just down here, so there'll still be about a 2-foot gap between this raised bed and where the fence will be. What will happen then is, what's happening in this whole area here is, we are putting a playhouse or a summer house, depending on what you, a 5x7 or a 7x5, depending on what way. So 5 foot that way, 7 foot that way. We're putting there. It will probably be, it's about 2 foot off both fences, so 2 foot. So it'll be in there. There'll be a bit more at the front there. So taking that off, so the lad, we're going to film that in. Where there's, sorry, I'm not very good with the camera today. Filled it in. There's a, you saw me. There's a little bed there. That'll have to be dug up, and that's going to be filled, turfed. So, and then we're going to have this area. This is purely for Gregor, because we were given a donation of a grant to be able to provide them with a summer house in the garden. So we decided that at the meantime it's important for the kids, especially with Gregor being autistic, to give him something that he has. It gives him a place where he can go and hide. That, you know, his own place in the garden where he can just go. If things are getting too much for him, he can just go and have a little chill by himself, and it'll be his space. So that's what we're doing there. So that's that. So let's go. So in here, this bed here, and that. In this bed here, we've got the parsnips, and some really good parsnips coming out of it. So we're leaving that. You'll notice that the two raised, the raised beds that I've taken off, I've moved them to here, so that the two that were made out of the decking, you can see. So I've done that. I'm happy enough with that. Thanks for the comments that some people put about it'll give us a lot of depth, and I agree with you. The depth will make it far easier doing things like parsnips and carrots and things like that. So pleased with that. What did happen? Sorry, I'm trying not to get all in the wet muddy bit. Is the other stuff I had, which was larch, which was meant to be really good, it is just rotten to pieces, as you can see. It's absolutely rotten to pieces. So I decided, right, not going to mess about, not with bits of rotten wood, it's not worth it. So I piled that up to go to the tip. What I'm going to do is get more of this same decking that I've got here, and I'll make the raised bits here. What I plan to do also, sorry, so I'm going to make the same as that, so I need to that's probably going to be a spring job, because it's a bit wet at the moment, so it's not much point doing it at the moment. So we'll do the same as I've done there, so I'll make them and I'll replicate. And you might say why I'm going to leave the gap there. I find it easier for using the poles and the blue tube water pipe for making the oh sorry folks, words film, for making the hoops, so that I can put the netting over, because that netting, I love that debris netting. It's so easy, it's nice and soft, it's easy to move about. You know what I found with my EnviroMesh is really quite tough and not easily to manage that, so it doesn't hold down easily, whereas that's quite soft, so you can actually shove things. So you can see here, it's simple as just shoving a bit of wood over it is enough, so I'm happy enough with that. So that's really, so that's what I'm going to do. I said, talk about the raised beds, so I'm going to replicate them over there, over on the other side there, exact same way. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put a bit of wood, an extra length along here, to just raise this up a little bit, so it's not so far down compared to this. You know, I've got to say, nail to work just there rather than right all the way down will make it so much easier to do. So that's it. I don't think there's actually anything else, folks. As you can see, lots of work. You know, can't do very much with this area at the moment until it stops raining, because actually every day at the moment it's wet. So as I say, I just need to do that, then I've got all the work to do to get it ready for the raised beds. Not the raised beds, the summer house. So I've got to do that. So right, I'll leave you with a picture of that, my lovely purple sprouting broccoli and cabbage, winter cabbage in there. So right folks, that's enough. As I say, it's only going to be a little video about what I've been up to. As I say, not much else. Probably I'm thinking about buying seeds soon. I'm going to see, I might try and see if I can do some big onions again, since I've got my grow cabinets and set shed, so I may as well use it while it's there. So I might try that in a bit, so that's maybe for a few weeks time. So right folks, thanks for watching. I haven't bored you too much. As I say, it'll be a few weeks probably, if not longer, before I do another video. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye just now folks.